Well, hello. Back at it. Over a snack there. Gonna jump back into the hunt for the alien S-Class multi-tool space station. Okay. %, so that means I can travel 3 times. Avgar's urn. Guess time will tell if it's the system I'm looking for or not. King. It's a rifle. Sun on the horizon. B. It's a funky wing setup. It's like that thing's got like mad control. Look at all the thrusters on the thing. Yeah. That would have crazy control considering all them. Maneuverability better be damn high on this ship. That's all I can think seeing that one. That looks like it's a very well designed as far as thruster placement. I think anyways, it looks good. I feel like that ship would have like good forward movement. The ability to really like just dodge like crazy. Debating on trying to fly through it, and I was like, no, I probably won't fit, so I'm going to go on the left, and ended up crashing. Charge! Alright. Something good. Affluent. Seen it. There it is. A T-Man. touch of perfection. Pistol. Oh. 44-7. Name on it. Hegumb. Huh. Hegumb. Something like that. I'm not sure. I do like the yellow though. It's a different style of ship. It's just like they took the boxiness and just went all out boxiness on this one. That's crazy. Look at that. Corvax. Huh. I like the yellow. Damn. That's kind of tempting to try and get. It's very tempting. If it had a better name, get some red on it. Alright, let's move in here. Ancient bones. Horge Ferret. See that yellow one, I would replace that yellow one with this one. I don't like the name on this one. I really like the wings on it though. Continuing forward on the hunt for the S-Class space station. Some alien weaponry. I gotta just wait for this to load up. Otherwise I'll fall out through the floor here. Stopping by. I go channel surfing too. is. Looks like it's only got one planet. Kizyak. High tech. That sounds real promising. With the warrior race. Come on, alien or experimental. Oh. Kizyak. Kind of a fun name to say, Kizyak. It's my interpretation of what I see there. As well. Cool. Stop in and say hello there. Next. It's a rifle. B. Jeez, oh man. Oh man, get a person's SpaceX spinning like that. How'd he die? He drowned. How'd he drown in space? In his own vomit in his suit. That'd be a nasty way to die. You gonna pull from a nice pool for me or you're not? Dun dun dun. Ah. Burning space-time analyzer. A-class rifle. If you're just starting out, it'd be pretty cool, but it's not what I'm looking for. I do like the name, Burning Space-Time Analyzer. If you get that on an alien weapon, that'd be cool. Welcome aboard. Just hunting for S-Class space station. Or a space station with an S-Class weapon. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get those experimental or alien weapon locations found. Oops, wrong way. I'm looking to replace this weapon here. I seen an A-Class alien weapon earlier, and all of its stats were better than my S-Class rifle, so it's like, oh yeah. I must have an S-class alien. Well, not must. If I can find an experimental weapon, I would settle for that too, because I'm pretty sure it'll have better stats. Oh, geez. Yeah. If you're just new to watching with me here, this I gotta stand here for a moment, otherwise I'll fall out of my base. I ended up doing a whole bunch of building here, and it takes a while for it to load up, and if I don't give it a second, there's a few holes in the floor, so you go falling out and end up floating in space and die. Your environmental protection starts kicking in, and I got no fuel in the hyperdrive. Appreciate the follow. I just seen a notification for that. How's it going tonight? As it says on the bottom, I'm just hunting for rare weapons right now. And getting slightly distracted at times by nice ships. Jaws. I like the name. So many references come through at that point, as far as like different videos and stuff, like actual like Jaws the movie, and then like different like animated stuff. Chomp chomp. Pighead. Yeah, I'm about 50,000 light years from the center of the galactic core there, and I'm just been hunting this patch here. I've been through probably about 70 systems or so, as far as a rest estimate in this part of the galaxy, looking for cool weapons. Once I find a good weapon, then my plan will be to hunt down all the upgrades and parts for that, and from there I'll go hunting some sentience and stuff. Go get me some walker brains so I can build some fleet upgrades. Mercantile wealthy. 6 planets by Keen. If you have any sort of like requests or any questions or whatever, just put them in the comments and I'll do my best to accommodate. Otherwise, I'm gonna do my best to keep moving forward and getting through as many systems as I can to keep as many chances as seeing the weapons I'm looking for. They're out here, I know that. It's just a matter of time, I will find one. But I wouldn't make any promises to finding one anytime soon. It takes me about an hour to two to actually even find one. Attack of the hiccups there. Yeah, it's about an hour to 2 hours to just even find one alien weapon at the space station and stuff, so it can be pretty slow going. But I would like to be able to contribute to known coordinates of alien weaponry, so I'm gonna keep pressing on. If I'm lucky, I'll see a squid ship or something like that. Pucking. Noxious. I must claim this planet. Come on, keep moving. Turbo. Pucking. place to touch down. I can get some discoveries. This is no name on this place. Shame. I'll take the nanites. Receive. Is everything in that shack? Alright, discover some stuff here and then get moving again. I definitely got sidetracked by the planet name. I couldn't resist claiming it. Oh, I'm scanning a mineral on the back there. I thought I was scanning this animal. Spell new bow. Spell it's a new bow. What is that? That looks like a jetpack flower. Marrow bulb, okay. Oh wow, he must be way like European, something like that. I thought I was Far East until hearing that. It's almost 4 o'clock in the morning for me. So you're 4 hours. Yeah, you're across the ocean for me. From Canada, East Coast. It's cool to get people tuning in from different places. Norway. Oh wow, that's cool. I don't think I've ever had anybody watch from Norway before. That's a first for me. That's pretty cool. Just making a few more quick discoveries to kind of pay for my landing here. And then I'm going to jump back to the hunt for those weapons. Sentients on the search. They're limited, so they don't care. That's good. Well, oh no, not enough fuel. Well, I can fix that right away. Do some free parking. This was definitely another impulse stop, but I can't resist free parking. Find out what's going on over here. Do I gotta break this door down, or is this gonna open up for me? Okay. Gotta break the door down here. I'm gonna do it with my ship. I could do it with my weapon, but it's much faster with the ship. Oh yeah. Yeah, yes, definitely. I'm like a 15-minute drive from the ocean, right on the coast, basically. There's a river like 5-minute walk from me here that flows out to the ocean where the salmon come running up and stuff. Different times of the year. In the spring they go down, and during the summer they come back up. Different parts of the cycles and their lifespans there. Alright, I'm just gonna drop a save pad here, because if I mess up on this console here, I'll just reload and get what I'm in here for. Okay, what does this say? Death. Try the first option. Okay. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted at all. I was hoping to get like a blueprint or something. That was unexpected. Let's see what they left behind. See, this is definitely what I enjoy about the game. I'll be flying around doing stuff and then just get running into stuff like this. It's like, oh, what do we have here? There's probably some plants to loot, maybe? No. Huh. A lot less to pick up than I was expecting. I don't see anything in this room. Well, okay then. Wow, that's unexpected. Oh, nice. You're right on the coast as well. That's awesome. I love the salt water. Oh, that's very true. It's like lobster season here is just finishing up and stuff like that, so it's like tons of seafood and all that goodness that comes with the being close to the coast. Good food and stuff. If a person enjoys that kind of stuff anyways. I guess I'm lucky I do. It'd be torture otherwise. Being exposed to all the seafood and stuff. If a person doesn't like it or allergies or something, it would be rough. Go. Suspense when trying to get to the bridge. It's like, will I fall through the floor or not this time? I just picture some like weak ass floorboards or something there, rickety old rotten wood or something. Booming. Yeehilla. Yeehilla. play this game as well, or are you just checking it out? Doing some sampling before you buy kind of thing. Three planets, one moon, nano construction, booming with unruly. Corvax. The explorers race, or scientists, or whatever they're. Bleak. Alright, space station. Coming in swerving. No. A-class pistol, not what I'm looking for. Whoa, hello. That was unexpected. I didn't even see anything coming there. I'm not sure what I hit. I'll have to rewatch that at some point. Oh, nice. I haven't been out on the water in a while myself either. I know a few people around here with boats. There's a few different relatives and other neighbors and such that do stuff. There's people not too far away from my place. There's a couple lobster fishermen and stuff that live right here locally and stuff. Alright, should be safe to proceed forward without falling out. Yeah, they'll be going back out here eventually. I would guess for sea bass, those will be in soon. Now that they're all settling down from the lobster season. I think just yesterday some of them were just getting their last of their traps in. Oh, really? I'm sure if you want another boat, you'll find another one in time. you know what you're looking for if you decide to get back into the game, sort of thing, with having a boat. I can understand parting with it though, the upkeep and in some cases, and then just cost for parking, depending on what you're doing. Like if you're docked in the harbor or what. I know that's pretty pricey here. My dad had a boat here for a bit. He's after selling his boat. It's like his second or third boat. I'm not too sure how many he's owned, but yeah. Oh, didn't even notice you moving on. Thank you for stopping by. You know to. Sea bass they got quite a bit of ground they cover. I was surprised when I was reading up on how far they travel and stuff. I was like, wow, they cover a lot of ground. Touch of tongues. That gun's kinky. Winged father. Winged father. I am your father. Oh, it's going through my mind, seeing the father tied to the name there. So it's Star Wars references coming up. Screen. I'm not 100% sure what you're saying there. That last message. Great white. I'm talking about like great white shark traveling that far or something. I know they get around. So occasionally different sharks and stuff will even end up way up north here and stuff. It's like, whoa, you're headed the wrong way, buddy. Time to go south. Water will start warming up that way. But considering the temperature this summer, I would not be surprised if some are making their way this way a little further north than they normally do. Like all the heat records this year I've been seeing, like in Alaska and all kinds of places. England's so stupid. Okay. Just part of the migratory cycle or something, I'm guessing, before Affluent. Okay, go on. Maybar. Okay, go on. Okay. Okay, go. Something. That one's a tough one to pronounce. Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Like, this with the whole YouTube thing, streaming and getting people like, from right now, like you from YouTube, or not from YouTube, you from Norway on YouTube. I think it's kind of cool run into people like that with this common interest. The joys of technology. Like meeting new people and stuff, so it's kind of cool. I can learn all kinds of stuff. You don't know what you learn from somebody. Looks like a rifle. Ho-ho! S-Class. Kiss of Perfection. Quite the name. Oh. Just gotta make a note here. And I'm gonna rename this system in honor of this weapon. So I can find it. And it's a rifle. Okay. Compare. I don't think that's better than what I got, though. Oh, it is a little. Just a little bit. Minus slots. What's up with that? That's not a good trade-off. I like the name though, Kiss of Perfection. It's kind of cool. Name. Should have double checked, but I'm pretty confident that that's still gonna be there when I load this. I just want to double check that weapon console when I reload to be sure that it's actually there. Can't really do much about it now. The naming is done, so it's, if it isn't there, it's unfortunate. I will have misled people, unfortunately, which I'm not trying to do. S-class, okay. Looks like I named it appropriately. S-class rifle station, yes, that's perfect. Humid with bones, eh? Wouldn't be a bad planet to go bombing around there looking for ancient bones to dig up. Probably have to deal with the occasional, like, humid storm or something like that. A heat wave. That makes sense. Fish for fun. I used to do a lot more fishing years ago, but lately I've kind of set my rod down. Just kind of aware of the fish populations and stuff like that here and stuff, so it's like there's other stuff I can eat. I can deal with beef and stuff like that versus living off of fish, besides the contaminants and stuff like that, like different heavy metals or something. Gotta watch out for that with some of the fish, depending on what you're eating. Serious hobby fisher in USA. Oh, you're like a tournament angler. You fish in competitions or something? Is that what you're saying? One of the people I used to play Battlefield with on a fairly regular basis there. He was a tournament angler down in the USA. Fishing bass and stuff like that. This time of year he's probably busy fishing this time of year, getting in on them tournaments. That's something I've never had the chance to do. I think I would do alright. I feel like I'm a half decent fisherman. I can outfish most people. Depending on what kind of fish, though. Spend enough time fishing, you learn a few tips and tricks along the way. And just better reactions when it comes to actually fighting fish and what to do, and when fighting what type of fish and how they react. Every type of fish fights different, that's for sure. Right on, sounds... Trying to get the records and stuff like that. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Even just like a competition sort of amongst buddies, like not really like competition, but you know, there's always that like little bit of rivalry where who's gonna catch the biggest fish and stuff. Who's got the bigger one? As funny as it is to say, but yeah. Understand that. That sportsmanship and the competitive side to it as well. I can definitely appreciate that. Alright, what do we got here? C-Class. Biggest pike, man, yeah. If you're talking like a northern pike, I'm not even sure how big a caught flies pike go. I've definitely caught some big ones up in the double digits for pounds, like 20 pound-ish range, some of them. Those are a good fight for sure, yeah. Pike are also a lot of fun. Throw anything at them, they'll chomp on it. They are pretty territorial, or not so much territorial, but an aggressive fish. They're fun to catch. Even the little ones, man. The little ones will put up quite a good fight, just as far as entertainment goes, of getting one in, yeah. The adrenaline, the adrenaline can be pretty real on that, anyways. Like a fisherman will understand that. Of course, somebody who doesn't go fishing and stuff would be like, "Why? Why do you do this?" But those who know. I like the idea of actually like catching my own food and stuff though too. It's kind of like I know where this come from, what to expect, and then I can make sure it gets on the ice right away and properly taken care of, so you get the best result when it hits the pan. I seen it. Prosperous. Come here. That's where I want to go. A few 4 planets. Yeah, steelhead. I don't think I've ever caught steelhead before, but I've heard good things about them. I can definitely relate to enjoying being in the forest. I've been letting my body recover. I was injured a few years back there now, and I haven't been overdoing it as much of late, where I'm out getting myself beat up out in the bush and stuff like that. I no longer have my truck and stuff to get around, so that kind of limits my travel range. Oh, battery's getting low. You have to switch controllers, you're saying? Personally though, I don't mind being inside there lately. It was like 37 with the humidity. it's like 99 or 98 or something Fahrenheit with the there yesterday, or not so much yesterday. Okay, yes, definitely yesterday considering the time, but yeah, it was hot. So I was like, I'm not going outside. Like above 37 degrees, I believe, like proteins start to like denature or something like that. If I remember correct. So it's like that was hot. It's like things are starting to cook. Literally, it's hot. Oh, right. Cool. Rainbow trout. Well, when it comes to rainbow trout, then I've definitely had my fair share of time fishing rainbow trout. There was where I lived out west, there was a lake that we used to go fishing. It was like a 15-20 minute drive away to get there, and yeah, that was a good lake. My biggest rainbow is a 7-pounder. My dad had me beat by a quarter of a pound. That lake, his best from there was 7 1/4. Oh, got that extra just a little bit, but it was enough to say he was beaten. Took him almost a year to get one that size. There was some as big as like 10 pounds, 12 pounds come out of that lake. That was probably the best lake I've ever come across for fishing those. Father of Fire. What a name. The Father of Fire. That is super cool. It's Explorer, but it's pink. It looks kind of pink. Father of Fire, though. Okay, that looks white to me. It almost looks pink. For the most part white though, from this angle. What's up with that? I like that name though. I might switch my Explorer for that. Give up the Pillar of the Abyss for that. Father of Fire. I like the interior body though. I find this one kind of goofy, but it was just like my first S-Class Explorer that had like a double pontoon sort of thing going on. I like these little spikes coming off there. Damn. It's not an S-Class though, so it would take some waiting to find one. Okay. Did I even look at the gun here? Jeez. That got me super distracted. But that name, Father of Fire. I would have to make a note about that and come back for that. Theory of Seal. This is B-Class. Okay. Should mention there, I guess when I see steelhead, it made me think of salmon. I think there's a salmon type that's referred to as steelhead, or one of the slang names for it. So that's where kind of joys of different slang names for fish, I guess. Depending on where you are in the world. Okay. Pound and kilos. Pounds, kilos. I think there's how much. Hold up. How many kilos in a pound? I'll find out for you in 2 seconds here. Two point two pounds per kilo. For a kilogram. 2.2 per kilogram. 7. So that was over. It was around 3 kilogram. That rainbow. Sea bass. I think the biggest sea bass is like 19 kilogram, 18 kilogram, possibly the biggest. It's around there that I've seen. Hear stories of people catching them like 60. Man, that reminds me. I seen a story on Facebook earlier of like a new record set in catfish caught down in the States. It was like almost 70 pounds. Or 70 kilograms maybe even. I don't remember which what's it called again? Which unit they were using, but it was massive. Like the guy holding up set the new state record for the area there. It was quite impressive. He was very fortunate he had somebody there fishing with him to actually land that fish. It was saying like in the news story there, he was giving credit to his buddy for helping him get that fish in because it was so big. Can't imagine catching a fish that big. Like, it was like the size of them. $4 kilo. Oh wow, yes, that would have been a good fight. Hand fishing too. Oh man, jeez, that would have been fun. No. Yeah, man, jeez. You'd be surprised what you can catch with a hand line. People think you need all kinds of fancy stuff and whatnot. No, you can just give me a stick and some hooks and bait and stuff, and I'll go catch something in next to no water and whatnot. Surprise. Depends on the fish and heat and all that. I've hand lined sea bass right off the dock, sort of thing. It's like 3 feet of water there, and they come in. It's like, what? You're right in. Throw my line out like maybe 10, 15 feet out in the water. That's all it takes. Hand lining though, it's like a whole nother fight. You don't have the rod there to deal with that tension. So it's like like the rod and reel is definitely can be an advantage at times. Oh, to fish that catfish, I think he was using rod and reel with live bait. I think if I remember correct from what I read there. I feel like I should have paid better attention now and try to like report back on it. I definitely like I even glanced past like the length of it and stuff like that, but it was easily from like the ground to the guy's shoulders. Like the guy was probably he didn't appear short. He was definitely not a midget by any means. That's something that I have yet to actually do any fishing for is a catfish. I have not caught catfish. I've caught a fish similar, but it's not like a true catfish that you see with the whiskers and stuff. I've caught fish related to it. Some of the names it goes by is like burbot, pout, lingcod, or like some of the slang names that I know for it. It's kind of like a catfish looking eel, like bottom fish. It's about the closest thing I've caught to a catfish. Since I moved, I wouldn't know where to find something like that around here. I was out west. I'm living on the East Coast now, so all the fishing spots that I knew were no longer valid, sort of thing. I don't know where I live now. Had to learn all new places to go. It was a cool experience, though. I definitely enjoyed learning all the different new species and tactics involved to catch it. Expand my knowledge on that. I've never done like any official guiding, but I'm sure I could manage helping people find some fish if that's what they needed to do. Not expecting that. It was kind of a interesting thing from turning up from Norway that enjoys fishing and stuff. It's kind of a cool turn of events. An unexpected topic for conversation tonight, I guess. Some outdoorsiness while inside playing video games. It's a rifle? No, it's a pistol. Defiance of whatever that is. Not what I'm looking for. Oops. Sure. Spin the chair. Cod. They're around. I have not had a chance to go fishing them though. I definitely know that they're definitely around. The lobster fishermen get them in their traps even and stuff. Like not like occasionally they get a trap full of fish. unexpected captures when they put out their lobster traps and stuff happen sometimes. So, yeah, definitely around. I don't know exactly like the population and how to fish them and stuff, but yeah, they're definitely present. From the stories of past, though, it's definitely not like what it used to be, though. I would assume that, as far as the cod situation. The tales of the past, where like the boats were being slowed by the fish. It's not like that here anymore by any means, but there's definitely fish around. Can't imagine that, or whether it was just a real tall tale, or they happen to be caught in a moment where the fish are rising to the surface from being chased by something, some predator of some sort or whatever. Because it's definitely a sight to see when you get a bunch of fish rising to the surface and whatnot, jumping when a school's getting chased by something bigger than what they are looking to eat. Booming. There it is, and it's green. Truren Sub. Come on, alien weaponry. I would like to just see one at this point, just for that little second wind to keep pressing on. But I did find that S-Class and a rifle or something there earlier, so that is a good discovery made so far. So it's one step closer to getting what I'm looking for. I'm after finding an S-Class pistol and a rifle at the station, so I'll knock those off the list, and hopefully it's that much closer to finding the experimental or alien style weaponry. It looks like we got another pistol. Maybe a rifle. Pistol. Angle translator. Oh, yellow. Not a fan of the name, but I like the looks of the ship. It would fit in with my collection. My yellow freighter and my yellow fighter ship. Let me out! Yep. Yeah, I really want to get rid of this pink gun. It does a decent job fighting stuff, but the pink, it's not my style. It was the first S-class rifle I found, though, so it was like impulse buy of the time. And I just been running it for as long as possible because I put all them upgrades on it. I don't think my next weapon's gonna have all the explosives and stuff on it, because I don't even leave them charged up because I'm always so worried about blowing myself up with them. The blowback is real on those weapons. An accidental misfire when you try to throw up a shield or something is not fun. It's kind of a nasty surprise. Same button, just the change of effects with circle, depending on what technology you've installed. So I definitely learned a lot with that weapon. More what not to do than what to do it sometimes, though, with the like killing myself. The blowback was real. It's definitely not good for close quarters. Do you check cabinets for the other tools? You talking about my actual multi-tool I have right now, or the other like outposts and stuff in the area? Lately, what I've been doing is I'm just trying to find the actual space station with good weapons. Is what I'm looking for. I haven't been spending time going all the outposts on the planets. I didn't know there. Like, I'm not sure what you mean by other cabinets. That's kind of. I'm curious what you're asking there. Is there stuff I wasn't opening up that I was supposed to be? Is there another cabinet here at the station? I thought there was only one. I can open up these back rooms, but I haven't been messing with that. I've really just been fly in, check the space station, fly out, and occasionally when I need different upgrades, I've been looking for those as well along the way. Getting distracted by nice ships at times. I go get caught up in the occasional pirate battle. Yeah, I've seen some video stuff going on about how you can like force the spawns and stuff there. I found two S-class stations so far that you could probably use the manual save option and check those areas out. Yeah, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, where you go and do your manual save on the planet and you come back to the station. It's definitely a possibility I could do. There's this station here has got the S-class rifle, and then I got another. That's A-class. Should be an S-class pistol down here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, there's a couple of places. I like at this place here. I was poking around, but I didn't find any alien tech on this planet when I was looking around, so it's unfortunate. Otherwise I would have been looking for portal glyphs and stuff like that for that system. Oh, whoops. I should have changed it when it was giving me the notification, but I pressed on. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm definitely aware of that with the spawns. I haven't done much poking around. I'm really just trying to catch that like really small chance of finding like the S-class alien weapon station or experimentals, or what I'm looking for, is as rare as they are. I way overproduced on my warp fuel at one point, so I got a bunch to use up. Like on my freighter, I've got a stack of 10 on my freighter, but I got like one of my haulers is pretty much full of warp cells, just to make room on my freighter. Yeah, I might have to check that out. That's actually a good idea. Oh, welcome back, King Fox. Good to see you back in here. It's like my third stream of the night, with between crashes and stuff like that. You know what? I think I'm gonna go back to that last one. Try some of that reload and save stuff there. I think I should be able to fast travel straight to it. Alright, I'll just mark it. Mark it and travel. Oh right, I guess I should set the rate objective. Yeah, that's a good idea about it. If it's worth doing, it's worth hoping. It's worth knowing to me, because I want to know what's down there. If it's in the system, may as well find out, yeah? I could have already found what I was looking for and didn't even know. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, right on. How far are you after getting into it? Okay, one needed reload to see it, okay. Yeah, it's weird with when you're touching down sometimes, yeah, you gotta do the reload to see and whatnot. Oh, that's good to hear, King. You're moving off quick, man. 2 ships already, holy smokes. It took me like a week before I figured out I could even get the freighter. I was too busy building up my base and stuff. There's all kinds of missions to do with your base to unlock different blueprints and stuff like that. Man, that's pretty good to have found 2 so far. I have not found any S-class alien weapons yet. resisting looking up known coordinates to try and find one of my own. So I should just go down, touch down on the ground here, just throw off my beacon and start searching. Take my feet back in the outpost. And a quick glance at some of the ships in the system. Yeah. 2 ships, so you probably have your base ship and then another one. Have you been out looking for crash ships, or you like working to get, you've been purchasing ships? You've been purchasing ships like already like that. You've been moving, getting some credits. All the tracers. Crash ships. Crash ships can be pretty productive. There's 2 videos that I was saying that are of like max rank S-class haulers that are crashed. It's going to cost you about 5 million units to get them back up, or if you're like me, where you just like to go out and gather the materials to do it. It's what I did. I really enjoyed fixing up the crash ships. That was you got a little bit of like pride in your handiwork sort of thing. If that makes sense when fixing up a ship. I appreciated that about the game. Yeah, that's awesome. I definitely enjoy it too. I've had a couple crash ships. I think I've had three different crash ships. Oh, bases. Yeah, I don't even think there's a limit to how many bases you can have either. Like, so you can put up bases all over the place. I know some planets I've got a couple. Right on. Out lost in space. Minor settlement. Will this be ooh, look at that. Struggle to scan this here before it disappears. Come on. You got it. Nice. That was a rare one. 400,000. So if you got 2 ships already, you've already got yourself a freighter even and stuff, and you're moving. It's a good chance to learn a couple words and possibly a portal location, maybe. It's hard to say. It's good hanging, Jaws. I'll see you around. You have a good one. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. It was good talking. Mumbling of my words there. Alright, what do we got here? Traveler, Corvax. Okay, cool. If I had a Corvax casing, I could locate the portal in this system, but I don't have one right now. I'm gonna do the first option. New technology. Alright. Yeah. You find any cool planets yet, King Fox? Anything that really caught your eye yet? Any, like, or even cool creatures or something like that? I'll try to get money. Okay, yeah, there's quite a few different videos I've seen on that. Like living glass farms and stuff like that's kind of a nice way. It took me a day, like a day's worth of like setting up facilities and stuff like that to get my living glass farm and stuff, but once I'd gone around and gathered all the materials, I was like, when I go harvest now, I can pull in like, it's like 60 million every 4 hours when I harvest my living glass farm. That's you need lots of gamma weed, decent amount of what's it called again, frostwort, stuff like that to set up farms. And then yeah, there's people actually go as far as getting their income as high as like 20 mil an hour and stuff like that through setting up their farms, but I didn't feel the need to build farms that extensive. Like your freighter can hold a bunch of stuff, and when you're planting, I don't know if it's like this on Xbox or not, but I know on PS3 or PS4, sorry, you can double stack plants on your freighter hydro trays. Like when you're planting, like I was noticed with my gamma weed in particular, I was able to double plant gamma weed, so that was kind of a unexpected thing where double stacking plants. He's having a hard time. Stuck walking into the rock. Enjoys the hunt, man. I'm sure that thing will come attack me if I go out there. Looking to set up a farm. Okay, for gamma weed you need like a nuclear planet if you're looking to just like set up a base and then plant just out in the open. I could actually I'll take you a quick tour of my facilities and show you what I got going on. It's probably easiest way to explain, like as far as a living glass farm. This is all like, I gotta definitely give credit to the other YouTubers and stuff that like pointed me in the direction of doing that. There's, I think on PC you're able to duplicate items. I don't know if that works on console or not. I didn't mess around with duplication stuff because I didn't feel the need to duplicate items to get a lot of credits and stuff. Like at first, when I first started playing the game, like I was out like mining stuff and bringing in stacks of metals at first because I didn't really know what I was doing as far as earning credits. The easiest way though is to get yourself, like, you need a frost planet and a nuclear, like a irradiated planet. You need to find those two kinds of planets to set up bases on, and then it'll make setting up your bases much easier. You might have to build some what you call it, it's like a biodome, I think is the word that I'm looking for. You might have to build some of those to place some of the copyright plants. But copyright, you can actually get that from animals when you feed them to start off. So if you can't find it somewhere to buy, hot planet, okay. Even if you are on a hot planet or whatever, that's not an issue. You can always build the biodome and just set up your facilities that way. But you can also do what's it called again, on your freighter as well. You can plant on your freighter. Okay, nukeweed. This is my first stage in my living glass farm. I go to nukeweed. My gamma weed farm. Like living glass is, you'll need to get some recipes and stuff before you can actually get to this point. So there'll be some. You'll need to do some. Their facilities. There's a. It's me fumbling for words here again, man. I'll get it eventually. It's kind of manufacturing facility. That's the words I'm looking for. There's when you input nav datas into your little machine for scanning for stuff there. I'll throw one up when I land and explain it a little better. When you're actually searching for them, for the manufacturing facilities to get those, to get your different recipes for building different stuff. Alright. I'm gonna take a moment and do some picking here, I guess, while I'm doing this, I guess.
Extreme hazard planet.
Yep. Yeah, just give me a little heads up in your back. I'm gonna pick some plants here.
Radiation protection falling.
This farm holds about 20,000 gamma weed every 4 hours. One thing that I would say about this place, I wish I'd have done it in I planted in a flatter place. 'Cause I got like spots like in this area here where it's kind of tough to harvest. Alright. Yeah, so a little sidetracked from the hunt for weapons, but I've been on that for hours, so I kind of don't mind getting sidetracked. A chance at some units here. I definitely want to get back to that S-class system though. I'm excited about finding a weapon there, but one step at a time. Those impulse moments, like, ooh, I'm gonna go do this now. Lost in space. Alright. Yeah, so I was just doing some harvesting here to kind of give an example. 2,000 is actually a perfect amount. Thanks, rabbit. It's not bad. This is one of my gamma weeds. I have another one. I think it's, which way is it? It's over there. Yeah, it's to the south, I think, of this place. It's like an hour's walk. It's like a half hour's drive flat out. I've got like my little rover over here. I can actually show you one of the rovers here. It's actually built. You can like change the paint and stuff on them. That's the way I have mine set up right now. I use this for chasing storm crystals. Oh, this is the biodome I was talking about, where you can actually plant stuff in them. Go go in there in just a second. I'll show you the storm crystals on extreme hazard planets and stuff. There's these crystals. They're like a couple 100,000 a piece. It's like 110,000 a piece or something like that. You sell those. Okay, so you've been playing for a while then. I'm new to the experience here. What I found with that amount of gamma weed, I need about six full things of copperite. Roughly, I should actually have 7 per. I'm pulling about 20,000. And a full harvest there's roughly 20k per harvest when I do that. It took a while of actually like flying around and gathering stuff, so that's where I would recommend having an explorer ship for flying around. And once you've got yourself your freighter, you can use your whoops, wrong button. You can use this over here, this option, to call in the other ships that you own. So when you land down with your explorer ship and you end up getting your inventory full, you just call in your hauler and just unload into your hauler, and you just leave that ship there and switch back to your I may have I don't think so. Once you have the recipes, though, after doing searching for the different manufacturing facilities with your signal booster, which can be when you input a nav data, you'll need to pick some of those up. You can either buy them or you can find them from some different loot boxes there you can pick them up from. You want to look for I think it's the secure facilities when you're trying to actually get your recipes to build these different items. Yeah, okay, that's definitely the one, the manufacturing facility. I'm actually going to go do that now because I still need recipes myself, so I can kind of give a slightly fuller demonstration on actually acquiring recipes for different stuff. Like some of these recipes, though, actually come from working with like your gardening helper or unlocking them from your there's a different machine here with this one, the blueprint analyzer. When how do you make that landing area? That's a recipe that you'll eventually unlock from your different merchants that you can set up at your base there. Like when you first start your base, you'll be able to get like a construction manager, I think is their title, and then from there you can you unlock the next one and the next one. I think there's 4 or 5 total and stuff. Like the final one is the one that unlocks the different land vehicles and stuff. So you're definitely going to want to do missions with your home base people and stuff as you acquire them, which will take a little bit of running around and stuff. Like that's part of like what I was talking about with when I first started out with like all the stuff to do. Like I was doing one thing then another and another, and it's just like there's a lot to do. I would not ever expect to finish it all in one go. It'll keep you busy for a while. Like it's a lot of work. Okay, so I already got some copperite and some gamma root. The recipe you'll need for the living glass farm is you'll need living glass, and lubricant. The lubricant comes from the copperite and gamma root, which I just at this farm. That's like what I consider this like the first part. Whoops, I should make more of that. Use up all I can. There we go. Just destroy that bit. Okay, so I got some lubricant. Now I need to go make some glass, and then once I've got my glass, which will be the next farm, from harvesting frost crystals, which is on a cold planet. Which the rover, one of the rovers. I think this is like the second vehicle. Like the first one you get is like a four-wheeled like race car kind of thing. It's pretty decent handling on it and whatnot. You're gonna have to build some different upgrades and stuff at first. They're all part of the mission stuff. Alright. Yeah, appreciate that, Rabbit. Sorry for getting distracted. It's all just part of my journey. And have a good one. Thanks for watching. We'll rip over to this manufacturing here now, King Fox, and I'm going to show you what's up with this, forgetting the recipes. Oh, look at this lag. Need to know what I'm landing on. What the... Damn. The building like just jumped up at me. There we go. Okay. I'm at the manufacturing facility now. These things, once you unlock the recipe for the V-Pass, are decent to search. Okay. That's no worries. I'll pause out here for a second and discover some stuff. Can understand that struggle. I've had a few. Oh fuck. Stay back. Why did everything want to kill me here? Oh, now the Sentinels are mad. I didn't mean it. Oh no. Oh jeez. I forgot about these little pests. It's been a while since I played around on this planet. I used to spend a bunch of time chasing storm crystals here. Planet. And it begins! Storm crystal time. Those little like lightning bolts are money. Good money. Let me find one half decently close. 150, yeah, I can make it off that. You'd find as many as like 7 of those in a cluster. And they're worth a decent amount. Where we got 156,000 a piece. Got a full stack of camera to get rid of there. You done resetting there, King Fox? If you're even around or not. Here, I may as well. It's a high hazard planet. This is bad weather on this planet right now. It's an extreme radiation storm. This planet, it's quite a violent planet to actually settle on. Looking back, I should not have actually settled here, but it was impulse. It's not that bad though. These bad weather planets produce storm crystals, which are worth a decent amount of credits a piece. They're 156,000 a piece. Inhale it. I've got double. If you're on the bottom left corner, I've got double weather protection for this place, so I can spend some time out here. I spent a decent amount of time in this kind of planet at one point because I was farming the storm crystals at one point because they're half decent way to get money. Once you unlock your vehicles and get them upgraded and stuff, it's a lot of fun for chasing money, sort of thing. Like while your plants are growing, I go out driving. Kind of like another way to increase your income once you got your farm set up. Alright, so I'm just breaking into this manufacturing facility here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop my save pad, save the game in case I mess up on the console there, so I can just reload my save if I don't get the option right. The more words you learn with the different races, you'll be able to read this data on the left, which will help you know which option to pick. I'm going to just pick the first one, because if I don't get it right, then I just do the second one and blah blah blah. Virus removed, facility relieved. Okay, so I just learned a new recipe. Liquid explosive, fusion. Wonder how much that's worth. Where did that one go? Not a component. Oh, right there in the front. 4.2 million. Okay, it's interesting. Like, some of them are worth quite a bit, like the cryo pump. Or no. It's not the cryo pump, it's... Is it the cryo pump? 1.5 million. One of these is worth a lot more than that, I thought. There it is, stasis device. That's worth 15 million. But Dad, you gotta build all kinds of craziness to build that. Cryogenic. I don't even think I got the recipes to build that one yet. Tips on vehicles. Depends on what you're looking for. Like the race of the system you're in, like the dominant life form. Like this one says Korvax that I've just got highlighted right now. It's it'll have mostly exploration ships and whatnot. There's a general mix of all of them in the system. The higher class systems have a chance at exotics, which are pretty rare to come by. There's a bunch of different variations like the squid ships and stuff like that. When it comes to ships though, I would recommend getting your hands on a fighter for like when you want to go out with space battles and stuff like that. I would definitely recommend some haulers for sure, just for the sake of increasing your overall capacity so you can hold more stuff. And then I would recommend one explorer or a shuttle, depending on what you prefer. But the Explorer class ships have a... Okay, you got a hauler, that's good. I would recommend getting your hands on an Explorer class then. The Explorer class, their takeoff cost when you have your launch thrusters installed and stuff, it costs like 10%. Oh, nice, you got a hauler. Nice. There's like I had mentioned in the past, there's if you've got your freighter, do you have a freighter yet? The big one up in space that you like park on. That's something that would be good to know, because if you've got your freighter, you can own more than one ship. Then you can own up to 6 personal ships. No? Okay. Have you been playing for more than 3 hours on that save file? Once you've got more than 3 hours, you'll have to have a warp drive, which is something that you'll unlock through some quest line stuff. Once you've got that set up, where you can warp around, eventually you'll have to travel. I think it's after traveling 5 times. You have a warp drive. This is good. Okay. So fuel. Okay, so fuel. You probably do you have the recipes for that stuff, for your antimatter housing and your antimatter? Pretty sure they should have given you those in combination or close to when you get your hyperdrive. You haven't used it yet. Okay, so you're gonna have to run her dry, essentially. And then once you've done your 5 travels or something like that, that's perfect. So you're pretty much on track to getting your freighter. What I would do then is try and set yourself up to end up in a wealthy system when you're try and set yourself to land in a wealthy system. By wealthy, I mean like a system that's I got a list here. I had to write this down from a video I watched. Like the advanced, booming, high supply, high tech, wealthy, affluent, flourishing, opulent, and prosperous. Those are all the different places. I would Tag runner draw. Is that the name of your ship? But yeah, once you've done your like 5 travels or like running your warp drive empty, eventually you'll one of the times you'll travel, and you'll end up in a freighter battle. Oh, okay, yeah. It's definitely something I say at times. I'll see if I can. I should be due for a freighter battle. I don't know if I'm gonna get too carried away with that. So I've showed you the facility, the freighter. Yeah, once you get to, you're gonna want an economy scanner. I don't know if you've got that recipe or not. Otherwise, it's just gonna be sheer luck of the draw trying to find yourself one of those wealthy economies. I think it's installed on this side here. Yeah, your economy scanner. This is how you'll tell the economy before you actually get there, unless you want to just go traveling around. Okay, you might not have unlocked that yet. Then that might be you might need to use some nanite clusters at one of the space stations to unlock that recipe. That's definitely one that'll help you out. I think that's one, yeah, like I'm pretty sure you can get that at the space station. I'll show you where you can get that from. I actually got to head to the space station to show you the next stage in Living Glass. Or actually, if you're interested in ships, I can try traveling, try warping and see. I think I've been playing long enough that I'm due for a warp battle or freighter battle when I warp. So what I'm doing here, because I have my economy scanner, trying to find a place that's rich. Prosperous cadmium. I don't have a cadmium drive installed. Damn it. High supply indium, of course. High supply. The reason why I'm trying to find like a high supply or something, a rich place, like you're basically trying to get one that isn't a poor place, like a opulent. This'll do. This will hopefully trigger the freighter battle. What you can do then is, once you've actually got the freighter battle, is like you keep reloading your save until you get yourself a good one. Because your first one you get for free that's for free. I would recommend trying to get as high of a level as one as you're willing to wait for. It is possible to get S-Class ones right off the bat if you're in a wealthy enough system. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a freighter battle. So this, after you've had your game playing for 3 hours and you've warped 5 times, this is what you'll encounter. The type of ship will vary. There's I think there's 4 different freighter battles that'll come up, but when you successfully win this fight, the captain will turn over command of his ship to you. The first one you get is on the house. After that, they can cost as much as like 150 million units, from what I've seen so far. Shoot, this guy. I should have took my fighter through for this fight, but it's not that bad of a fight. If you're really having trouble, I would recommend pulling back closer towards the freighter itself and just like hanging out here, because they got guns on them as well that'll shoot at the stuff. Space pirates, 6 more to kill. Oh One thing I definitely would recommend too is for your deflector shields is sodium or sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate will cost less to recharge, but you're gonna possibly have to refine it unless you can find it in crystal form. Don't shoot the green guys. Green guys are friendly. If you shoot the green guys, they're gonna get upset with you, and you don't want to damage the freighter. Yeah, no worries. I might even be able to answer it now. This isn't too intense of a battle. I've got 6 ships left to kill. Yeah, see these cargo pods? You don't want to destroy those. If you do destroy them, you'll get loot from them, like the loot that it says, but it's not. You'll end up getting a bit of a wanted level from the sentients in space. To get your Land Rover, you'll have to do the missions with building up your base. With the Rover recipe, yeah, that's the quest lines with the base. Once I get out of this battle, I can show you what's going on with that. One of the bases. You have to, you'll start with your construction manager. You'll have a recipe for him, and then you'll have to go and hire one of the helpers at the right system to have those kind of people, like whether it's a GAC or a Korvax or a Viking, one of the 3 races in the game. And eventually, once you get through those base quests, you'll unlock your different merchants and stuff. The final merchant is your rover merchant, which will have different some different quests and stuff you'll have to do. It's as far as a rough timeline, approximately, it's gonna take probably a couple hours worth of quests if I had to give an estimate on timeline. I think the video I seen on it was quoting like 6 hours. No problem. I'm really paying forward a lot of tips that I've run into online through YouTube and stuff like that. It's a personal experience along the way as well. Ships to kill. Try and get through this without pissing off the space police. Sentients. Close. Flying into the ship even. Come on. Give me a clear shot. This is definitely not one of my faster battles, that's for sure. Taking some time to get these kills. when I got my Marvel the Viking warship, it's just like squish, squish, squish over. I can give you a tour. But one of the bases I would like to show you, but I don't think I can actually travel to, is because I built too much there. And it's like a corrupt file in there. So when I try traveling in there, it creates a big crashing problem. So I might not show that base, but I've got a couple other places I can show. Okay, so I won this battle. This is a smaller version of what I've got. This one's only got like a two indents on the side. I think mine has got 6. So this is a more common, smaller version. One of the more cooler designs, though. Once you win the battle, you come into the ship and make your way up to the captain and stuff. I'm gonna go in and pick up my bounty from him, though. I think there's I don't know if you actually get paid out in space or what, but I think there's a bit of a credit payout for saving these guys once you've actually won the first battle, where you get command of your ship. Yeah, so you make your way up. This is what the default base appears like. Quick look around there, and then yeah, so you come in on up to the captain of the ship, and then find out what they got. Inspect freighter. Okay, so I was actually kind of lucky. I got an A class on that demonstration. A red A class. And they're pretty much, as far as I know, it's mostly like it's cosmetic as far as like the different types of freighters. Like I don't think there's any real benefit to having a different one, so it's more of what you like best cosmetically as far as what you want to choose on freighters. There's other freighters around that'll be in space, but these are the ones you can get for free in space, which I would definitely recommend, because then once you got one of those, you can start having more ships and stuff. So you can purchase up to 6 ships, and then once you got 6 ships, you trade ships. You don't just buy them or whatever. So when you're first buying your first 6 or whatever, you'll have the option to either buy or trade your current ships. So that's one thing to watch for when you're buying ships. But if you're patient enough, I would recommend reloading your save until you get at least like an A class or something, for the sake of your hyperdrive. Once you get the upgrades on these are actually better than any of the ships for traveling. That's why I use my ship for traveling so much. This is the hyperdrive range on them is decent. I think this one's going to be much less than mine, though. Give you an idea on the prices on them. The idea why you're trying to get a high level one is so you can get like a high trade-in value. So when you decide to get something a little more your style down the road, you won't have to pay as much. If you're patient enough to hold out for an S class, your trade-in value on them is pretty ridiculous. But the cost on them to buy them outright is like 150 million units or something like that. I think with the which the base. Moving on. It's caught up explaining. It's all good. Moving on. I was excited about it. It's kind of cool. At first, when I found out about these, I was like, "What? I can have more than one ship?" Because once you got that, you can have you can hire a fleet and stuff like that, which are another aspect of the game where you send them out on missions and stuff. Some more like passive income, but you gotta produce up a bunch of fuel, which can be kind of a pain. Right. Base. There we go. space station here, and then I'm going to fast travel over. And before I travel, though, because this is a wealthy system, I want to check the weapon here. That's an odd way to phrase that. The bases can be pretty big. Like the game will start crashing once you build too much, so that's just be sure to have like a manual save at some point, so if your game does start crashing from building too much, you can kind of pull yourself back from that. Bases. I have a few bases that I've claimed. Tropicali Resort, Water Bones. This name should actually be my Atlantis project. That's what that one should be called. I've got a underwater base that I'm working on here. Like as you unlock more recipes and stuff, you'll be able to build underwater stuff, but it's kind of costly. Like you're gonna want a glass farm as part of your facility summers, whether it's on your freighter or what. That's up to you. And it's like I would recommend like looking into getting into a freighter pretty quick though, because once you got a freighter, you can build a portable base basically. Like your freighter has quite a bit of capacity to build on and stuff, but you'll run into the issues like where I'm like falling out of the floor and stuff like that if you build too much on it. So that might be an issue you might encounter. I don't know if that's something that Xbox has to deal with or not. Bases are like if you're interested in looking at bases, there's some like creative builders and stuff that do some pretty impressive work. Tell they put some thought into their stuff. No, it's not my style. If that's a person's choice, though, that's their right to choose, sort of thing. That's not for me. Well, that's all up to you. That's your right to choose, sort of thing. Gonna. That's comical. I was thinking it was like some sort of pride thing or something going on there. So I got all the respect to them and what they do. It's not my style though. But yeah, this is one of my bases. It seems the environment is kind of taken back over here. When I placed some of these items, it like destroyed it and made things flat. These are some of the different things you can build. And like I got underwater biodomes here where I was gonna plant like different stuff that I hadn't put in yet. Oh, and as you my ship's in the water. And then this is another one of the different rovers you can unlock as well. This is the submarine. Another little trick that comes to mind that I've been shown online is like if you sprint and you do your melee and then your jetpack, it kind of launches you forward. So once you get your jetpack and stuff upgraded, that's a way to help cover more ground when you're actually out running around on foot. Okay, that's one of my bases. Did I show you my... you don't have a gun. Okay, you just got your basic multi-tool then. Those can be found at different habitable outposts. To build a gun, multi-tool, you'll need to learn the bolt caster recipe. That's the first weapon you can unlock. They got the bolt caster, there's the plasma launcher, there's a blaze javelin, which is kind of like sniper rifle style, like you gotta charge up this beam. Then there's geology cannon, which actually destroys the ground. There's I don't have any free slots to show you the other recipes. There's a shotgun one, and then there's another like rapid fire attachment and stuff. Like your multi-tool, it really is a multi-tool. It does everything. It's got your mining attachments, your scanners and stuff like that. Really, whatever you design it to be. That'll take a bit of searching around. I think the more expensive ones are like upwards of 2 million units. I think as far as a rough number to try and have to be safe as far as if you're doing any shopping. Take you to another base here. Chavacali, that one's not really much of anything. It's just like a landing shack. Landing shack. This is like stage 2 in my living glass farm. This next base I'm going to take you to. It's a cold planet with a bunch of frostwort. It's about 25,000 frostwort an hour. So it's the timer on those ones are 1 hour grow time versus like the 4 hour grow time of gamma weed. The landing base, man, that tormented me for some time too. Until I unlocked it. I was like, I really wanted that as well. That was, I just wanted to have that control of where my ship landed at my base. Yeah, it's definitely a nice feature to have. It's one of like the final recipes you get, so that's good. I'd say it's like a jeez. Further, like for myself, it took me like a couple weeks to actually figure out how to get it, but I didn't know that to be doing the daily missions with my my merchants and stuff like that. Which I'm gonna drop a hard save at this base before I try going to my mega base sort of thing, because it's like game breaking. I've been avoiding it because of that. Like this one pushes the limit as far as the amount of plants. That's funny. I've definitely had some interesting moments. Before I managed to get the landing pad, my ship used to land in all these plants and stuff. It was a real nuisance. This is like a overkill power farm. The game like can't even render all the plants. Like an earthquake of frostwort coming in. This here is like a way overkill base for as far as making a living glass farm. Like you seen with the gamma weed farm earlier, my flower farm. This is my I can't help but appreciate it. It's just like it's so funny. It's like game-breaking amount of plants popping up. Like these little machines here, automated harvesters, don't even show up. This was a handy recipe. It doesn't destroy the resource, so So yeah. As long as you enjoyed it, it's good. Alright. See, another thing with bases and stuff is, I don't know if I showed you the one on the actual one on the spaceship or on freighter, I should say, because you can build a pretty massive base on the freighter as well. After the freighter here, I'm gonna try a quick tour of that the mega base that crashes my game, but it was way bigger. Like I had set up, I was working on building like 7 towers that were 7 stories tall with the biodomes coming off of them, and I was on the second tower on about the 6th floor when things started getting really laggy and crashing. Oh no. It's a crash. I'll be right back.